government have been urged to be proactive in tackling insecurity so as to put an end to the wanton destruction of lives and properties in the country. The call was made by National President, Baptist Convention and other Christian leaders at the Southern Kaduna Security and Prayer Summit. Galaxy TV's Buzan Yakusak forwarding this report from Kaduna State.
Southern Kaduna Christian Leaders Association, SCKLA, has commended the Nigerian Army for its peace-building efforts in Southern Kaduna and called on them to do more to guarantee a more secured society. The association called on Nigerians to break away from the past of strife and crisis and embrace tolerance for peace to be sustained in the country. Chairman of the association, Apostle Dr. Emmanuel Nuhu Kure, made the call during the 22nd edition of the annual Southern Kaduna Prayer Summit convened in Kafanchan. Also speaking, Reverend Dr. Israel Akonji, the National President Baptist Convention, who served as the special guest of honor, says government must be proactive in securing the country. He says President Bola Tinubu did it in Lagos and he should replicate it in the entire country.
In Southern Kaduna is not to stay in refugee camps. We stay with our families. So when you go looking for a refugee camp, you will find them. But many of them are not back in their villages. If you go to their villages, you won't find them. That's to tell you they are still displaced. And there are quite a number of them still struggling to settle down. The federal and state government will need to begin to rebuild their broken down structures and then invite them to come back and stay at home. The most important thing is their farms.
Kaduna State Governor, represented by Mrs. Phoebe Sukai, said leaving the past behind and embracing the future with hope was necessary to allow the people rebuild their land and move forward. While the Catholic Bishop of Kafanchan says he was convinced the country will take a positive turn and most of the challenges faced will be a thing of the past.
The federal government is to ensure that everything is done to restore peace in different affected communities in Nigeria. Yeah, because if this escalates, we don't have enough security agents to man everywhere. So it is important that wherever there are crises here, we tame them and then bring back peace in our society so that people can move freely. Nigerians are afraid to travel. Nigerians are afraid to sleep. Before it was, oh, don't travel. There's insecurity on the road. But right now what we're seeing is that they're even visiting people in their homes, in their community, to attack them.
The release of God's bountiful blessings upon our land. For we have grown in numbers and our faith is stronger now than how it was 10 years ago. We are more united and bonded together as a family more than ever. We have never been so prepared and disposed like now to beseech the Lord in prayers to heal us and bless our land.
And my heart started to burn about the issues of violence in Nigeria, conflict everywhere. And at some point, I started saying I should devote part of my life to studying about conflict, how to get peace in the nation and with various people.
So call on them to be their brothers' keepers, because without peace there will be no development. He also admonished them and assured them that development is going to be throughout the state. And therefore, he calls on them and everyone to put his hands on deck so that we shall move the state forward.
Prayers was also set for leaders of the country to imbibe peace and unity, which will lead to development and progress.